Father, praises belong to you, so me say glory be to God. Some things me think the Lord to make it possible, my Lord. Overcome all the trials, know what true and see what false. Don't prepare us a table when them want some.
I had no idea what to talk about today on this platform. However, a month or so ago, I posed a question to my audience on WhatsApp status, and I asked my friends, what do they think I should talk about on this platform? So there's this lady friend called Anita. She likes to reach out for advice from me. She's a young lady, and she said to me that she's interested. At this point, I must insist. I implored her to refer to me as Fake Guru, because if you see me here, you know it's Fake Guru Fridays. So she's interested to know what I've learned so far in my life up to this point. And I felt like a grandee being asked this question, because I felt like I've lived for such a long time on this earth to be asked that kind of a question, you know. But I'm very young. I'm just in my 20s. Can't say at what stage of my 20s. Let you guys decide that. However, my friend, I believe I've learned so much to this point. And being the usual observant me, I've actually learned a lot. And perhaps let's pin the observant aspect of who I am at the top. And probably that's the first lesson. It forms the first lesson that I've actually learned so far in my life. I like to sit on the fences and actually observe the characters that are before me in any space where there is life moving in and moving around, up and about. I like just to sit and observe and actually get to see how people are behaving around me through the actions they do, through the words they speak. And this is a way for me to learn from the mistakes of others and to actually help myself not to make the same mistakes. And over time, I've actually become scared, because I felt that my lack of practicality on my side to actually learn some of the things on my own is impairing my learning in a way. And so I believe the first lesson I would say is I've learned that I need to be more practical to do things, to actually make my own mistakes and learn from them. The observant part is very good, but we need to actually commit ourselves to make our own mistakes. Through actions, we learn a lot. Through actions, we make our dreams and our dreams and fantasies become a reality. Just being an observant person all through is being passive, and society doesn't like passive. No matter how well you perform in school or you don't, it really does not underline that you're going to be successful in life or not. And if you know me, if you've gone to school with me, you know that subjects like English, Kiswahili, history, chemistry, those kinds of things, I was actually good at them. Not necessarily excellent, but good at them. And you'd hear teachers maybe mentioning my name in school and that kind of thing. And for a long time, when I was still in school, I used to feel like those are the determinants of I being successful out there. But when you get out here and you see life, you come to realize that education status sometimes don't really matter. What really matters is your work ethic. Because I've seen people do things that they never went to the university to study, and through constant practicality and learning on their own, they've actually achieved and become better than those who went to school and actually studied for the thing. And so people our society likes to glorify education so much, which is so good. You need to be educated, but I think the best thing that they should glorify people in is the work ethic. We need to have a work ethic that allows us not to give up real quick. And if you have the right work ethic with the right educational status in you, I feel you're going to go places. And out here, it's really a matter of work ethic and the connections you make and the networks you make, the people you meet, and how you build up relationships and so on. Out school and in life generally, just your life generally, there will be defining moments where you have to evolve and redefine yourself for you to succeed. And it used to happen to me in school so many times. Like, I can point a very specific case that really messed with my brain. I used to be very good with chemistry in class, and there was this time when we started studying molds, when I was actually joining Form 3 or late Form 2 during my year. Maybe it was late Form 2, I can't remember really well. But that subject of molds, the fact that it had a lot of maths in it, really pissed me off. I didn't like it because I don't like mathematics myself. But it really affected my grades. I moved from being an A student in chemistry to actually something like a C or D down there. And I knew that I don't like molds, but I have to evolve and actually embrace it. If I don't, I'm going to fade away from it. That's how life is. You meet a lot of challenges, and that those moments, really defining moments, that you have to evolve and become better and rise to the next level. To have meaningful relationships, you have to compromise. I meet people, or rather, I read status of people on WhatsApp. I like reading status nowadays. I used to never do that, but these days I find myself idle and actually check on other people's status. I'm not saying you checking on mine, it's you being idle. I'm just saying, on my part, I don't like going into those places because there's a lot of negative things that happen on people's status. And so when I read those status, I see people say, kama chali hana hii, mi siwezi hii, mimi siwezi fall in love and stuff like that. Or rather, I see men prefer different models of a woman and that kind of thing. And what people don't realize is that no one comes into your life and is perfect. And you have to compromise. You have to meet people halfway so that they can meet you halfway and you have a meaningful relationships. I think of relationships like a diplomatic affair and a negotiation phenomena where we have to negotiate how we're going to live with each other and how we're going to actually relate with each other, you know. And so if you can't compromise, you can't have meaningful relationships. Not just the marriage kind of relationships, but even in terms of friendship and family and that kind of thing, you have to compromise. And you have to understand that no matter how perfect you think people are in your life, they're just going to mess you up sometime. And when they do, you have to understand, or rather not understand, depends with you. But relationships generally, you just have to compromise. I don't know what I'm saying, but you have to compromise. You have to compromise to live with someone. If you get a guy, he doesn't have money, commit yourself to them. If they do have a long-term vision, and you, as the man, you need to have a really long-term vision that someone can actually buy their time in because they see you're committed to chase that vision. But you can't expect someone to stick in your life if you don't give them currency to do that. The currency mostly that is so sustainable, it's not money, but it's a great vision that someone can buy into and decide to become your partner in it. So those are the 4 things I've learned so far in my life up to this moment, and my life hasn't been hasn't been a smooth path. It has actually come with a lot of bumps and that kind of thing. The most important thing, and perhaps I haven't said, is that I've learned so much about myself. I've learned what I'm ready to do to have what I want to have. And I've learned that sometimes a side of me is very hypocritical. And I'm trying to work on that. And I've also learned that life needs to be taken easy. You need to take it easy. You need to understand that even if it's a matter of life and death, you need to spare some time for friends, family, and having a good time. And you also need to really spend time to learn more about yourself. That's another lesson I've learned, You really need to spend more time and see the impact you have on the lives of people who are around you and those you meet. Because we normally think of ourselves as perfect and good, but we don't really know that we have hurt so many people around us with what we say or what we do. And I think learning about yourself can really help you navigate through the waters of life. You'll know where to adjust and you'll just know where to adjust. That's all from me. Fake Guru Fridays. Let me go back to listening to music.